The topic is Introduction to Neural Network. Neural network is massive parallel distributed processor made up of simple processing units. So the knowledge acquired by the network through a learning process interconnecting the strings known as synaptic waves. It's similar to a brain neuron. The neural network consists of three basic elements: a set of synapses, an adder, and an activation function. So the input signals here x1, x2 up to xm. These are the features. We have the weights here wk1 up to wkm. The summing junction, like where vk equal to x1 wk1 plus x2 wk2 up to xm wkm plus bk, and then we apply an activation function phi of vk and we get the final output yk. So this is the general model for a neural network. The equations are given here, where x1 are the input signals, features actually, w are the weights, uk is the linear combiner output, bk is the bias value, phi is the activation function, and yk is the output signal. So the activation function, some basic activation functions are threshold activation function, where phi of v equal to 1 if v is greater than or equal to 0 and 0 if v is less than 0. So after if v is greater than or equal to 0, the output is 1, if not the output is 0. This is threshold activation function. Sigmoid activation function, we have a slope like this here, phi of v equal to 1 by 1 minus x of minus av, where a is the slope of the sigmoid function. Learning methods, we have credit assignment. Credit assignment problem is the problem of assigning credit or blame for the overall outcome. We have two types here, temporal credit and structural credit. Assignment problem is that it involves the instance of time when the action deserves the credit were actually taken. The structural credit is assigning credit to the internal structures of the actions generated by the system. Supervised learning, learning is performed with the target. We have the label here like it's learning with the teacher. We have the environment, teacher, the learning system. The teacher gives the desired response, how to learn, and the error signal is given back to the learning system with the back propagation. The learning happens with the help of the teacher is supervised learning. Learning without a teacher, two types are there: reinforcement learning and unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning, no external teacher or critic to oversee the learning process environment, and simply learning happens without a labeled data. Reinforcement learning, target is provided and the desired output is absent. Net is only provided with the guidance to determine the produced output correct or not. So we have the critic. For correct classification, rewards are given, and for wrong classifications, penalties are given. So that is like called reinforcement learning. For definition of learning, learning is a process by which the free parameters of neural networks are adapted through a process of simulation by the environment in which the network is embedded. Thank you.